My name is Susan Brahaney. I had a career as a fundraiser at Princeton University for 14 years, and I retired in 2005. It was right after I bought this farm that I retired, and the reason I retired was because I wanted to shift into managing real estate and being more involved with horses, and this was it. When I bought the house in 2005, I had an employee that was working for me that borrowed my car and was involved in 2 very terrible accidents. And my attorneys were saying, you may lose the farm. And the next, they estimated 2 years, that I should not put a penny into this farm. So here I had this piece of real estate. The buildings needed to be painted, roofs needed to be done. I had already gutted the kitchen and was faced with putting more money into it, and I just backed off from everything. I got through the lawsuits and didn't lose the farm, and I went full force into renovating and improving the apartment that is here. I also started boarding horses. Because it's a small facility, only 5 horse stalls, I then tried finding people that would be a nice addition to the farm. So over the years, this has become somewhat of a commune. The people who come in, they come in to be with their horses, or they're a tenant, and they just enjoy the place. When I started collecting, I loved going to auctions. My sister and I would, every chance we got, we went to an auction. This clock I bought on the way home from visiting my sister in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and it was in an antique shop. It was reasonably priced, and I bought it. It's an 1830 English tall case clock, oak and mahogany inlay, and it came from a minister who purchased it in the 1980s. I remember once I moved down here from upstate New York, I found that I really couldn't compete with dealers. And I recall this one dealer that would show up, he wore a brimmed hat. And whenever he showed up, he always outbid me. So when he showed up at auctions, I just said, it's gonna be a bad day. I don't think auctions are for everyone. If you want IKEA furniture that you can put together, then maybe an auction isn't for you. I find that living with antiques, the furniture becomes something that you appreciate for their antique value, for their artistic appeal, and how they work together. But I think the benefits are that you learn a little bit about the history of furniture, and if you're interested in glass or china, you learn a little bit of the history of whatever you're collecting. I chose Stevenson's after I had interviewed several auctioneers. I knew a number of auctioneers in the area, and I spoke with them. Why I chose Cindy was because I could tell that she knew what she was doing. I looked at her site online. I saw furniture that she was auctioning that was appealing to me, and I saw furniture that seemed to be in keeping with the furniture that I have. And so, that spoke to me, and I thought, well, this is what she does. Some of the items have sentimental value to me. 2 years ago, my father died, and we had to clear his home out, and there were many things that were choice and nice that the kids took, but there were also things that we just had to let go. Now we're faced with doing the same thing with the few things my mother kept. What occurred to me was, I can't take more of my mom's furniture, and it all has special meaning to me. And as I thought about it, I thought, well, the antiques we buy at auction have some family history with them. And I have been able to let go of some of these pieces that have sentimental value, realizing that in a way I'm setting them on to their next life with somebody else who's going to appreciate them. I'm selling this wonderful farm because I'm moving to Princeton to be with my husband and his family. I'm happy that Cindy can come in here and manage an auction such as this, and I am happy to have somebody with experience to do it. I think being the owner of the furniture, it's easy to get bogged down in overlays of emotional connection to things, or what a fine piece this is, and it's just easier to kind of hand it over to Cindy and say, run with it.